So Wexford Ranches consists of 7 ranches in 7 counties, from down here on the Gulf Coast to far west Texas. That's what keeps it exciting for us, trying to manage the different habitats. The O'Connor family's been ranching for 190 years this year, which is really cool. Not many ranches around have been ranching on the same country for that long.
And for a good chunk of that time, Kai Buckert has been managing things round here.
The Duke Ranch is the largest contiguous prairie in the coastal bend, so we're proud of that. A bunch of wide open country that has been just like this forever. So it's taken lots of management to keep it open. Here's some more of the dead weed satch that we sprayed.
We need landowners protecting these open spaces.
You know it's dead for sure. Big split down the middle.
Yeah, this is great. This is going to do good for the grass.
Yeah.
Without management such as this, we could lose all of this open habitat. Texas is growing, and we're going to need all of our wild things and wild places.
I don't know. I'm terrified of heights, so I don't know if I'd be able to do that.
It's been my concern for years now of who's going to take over with the family. Now come to me and cut this bigger one.
He cut the brush this way, so if the hog goes off that way, he could get a good running shot.
We can put the smack down on them.
Yeah.
Pork chop. What you think?
It's about due.
Steel has been on board. Have a moment of silence for it, Steels.
Take off our hats.
Finished college, came on a couple years ago, and it was overwhelming for Steel. He had no idea what all was going on. We're running an all new line.
The last 2 years have been like drinking out of a fire hose.
So this is all 2-inch PVCs.
You know, I was nowhere near prepared to for how much that I needed to learn.
We were getting close.
Slowly as time has gone on, it's been clicking a little bit.
He is doing a phenomenal job now. He gets it. That's what we always say about somebody. Either they get it or they don't get it. Steel gets it.
Besides Steel, there's another Buckert that stepped up.
I'm so happy to have Andrew on board. Every parent wants, one of their kids to follow in their footsteps.
I didn't want the buck to stop with him. I realized that he needed help and needed somebody to take over one day. Come here, girl. So these are our brood mares, or some of the brood mares. Every day is a new day, and I enjoy it a whole lot being here. Hopefully, Big Valley will have her baby any hour now. The equine industry is huge right now, and the Western world is big, and so we have changed. This is Wilma, and this is her first foal. It changes, and I think that's why a lot of people, either you make it or you don't, because if you can change with the environment, the weather, the economy, you can make it usually. Come on, girls.
Because whenever I started, it was all about cattle, all about the ranching.
That's a big deal.
And so now, with the hunting end of things being a huge income.
I love it when you get one before the feeder goes off.
We don't run as many cattle as we used to. That's why the prairie looks like the prairie.
So we've had to adapt in a lot of ways. One of them is the hunting, the recreation value of the land. All of the preparation that it takes before deer season. I mean, we fill feeders going through about 7,500 pounds of corn every 2 weeks. So the hunting and the recreation and the conservation are the main things that we do here now. That's the biggest part.
This is looking good.
Back in 2012, while the ranch worked to conserve that coastal prairie habitat,
Hopefully the prairie chickens will be using this part of the ranch.
one goal was to help bring a rare bird back from the brink of extinction. All that work has paid off, as the rare Attwater's prairie chicken is back at Wexford Ranch.
Now to see prairie chickens again in those exact same locations that I was seeing them 35, 40 years ago, you're doing something right if you can get those chickens to go back to the same country. That's pretty special.
With the prairie chickens, I had never seen a prairie chicken until 5 or 6 years ago. And the first time you see one booming, it's life-changing. This is something different and magical. And now we have a pretty good population and it's continuing to grow. You take care of the land will take care of you. And it's very obvious that that's working.
And it's definitely working in West Texas at the Wexford's Leopold Ranch.
100 years ago, this was sheep country and was abused then. Then they started running cattle on it. And then 25 years ago, removed the cattle. And it's just taken 15, 18 years to finally recover. But it's really recovered nicely. We're all proud of what it looks like now, but it just takes time.
On a normal day out here, you can see everything from, if you're lucky, a bighorn sheep, mule deer, pronghorn. There's a lot of diversity in the wildlife and there's tons of diversity in the plant life out here. It's not something you'll see everywhere. It's very well adapted to what our environment is out here in the Chihuahuan Desert.
Water is a key factor out here, and year-round water. So Benny, I had to drill a new well over here, and I named it La Fuente. I started working on adding water from day one. Now we've got about 68% of the ranch watered. We've got close to 30 miles of water line that we've laid. About a mile apart are the water troughs, so that way all the wildlife doesn't have to travel that far to go get a drink.
Being out here in the Chihuahuan Desert, you never know when rain's coming. And out here, they basically implemented this pipeline system, well system, guzzler system for just the benefit of the wildlife.
This fall will be 47 years for me since I started. So that's 25% of the 190 years that the family's been in the ranching business. So I'm proud of that. It's hard to believe that it's been that many years. 25%. But I'm not done yet. I've got lots of things that I want to teach to Andrea and Steele. So as long as I'm able, I still have lots of teaching to do before I'm ready to depart.